Hey y'all, it's Arkansas Ray, and today I'm at the haunted house, and just here to actually start taking things down. This is literally the middle of July right now, and we have just what feels like a very short time to get ready for the haunted house because we want to tear this down and completely rebuild. So it's going to be a difficult task. This took a long time to put together. Over the course of several months. It should be easier going down, but the rebuild process is mainly what I'm worried about. And then also we have the monumental task of getting rid of all of these pool noodles. These number, it has to be somewhere around 500 or more, because we had a goal of purchasing 500. We had reached our goal, the best I remember. And anyway, so I'm not sure what to do. I've thought about possibly having a community giveaway thing. We have actually given several things to the community already, or monetary donations. But I don't know. We thought about doing this just a little bit more. So here's the task at hand for today. I'm hoping this works. So when we built this was the last we built. Basically, kind of hard to explain, but we kind of went that way throughout the building, and I'm sure you know what that way is. But we went that way throughout the building and worked our way back to this corner. Specifically because there was a door that goes to the outside. And so this corner was one of the last things that we put together, the best I remember. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to start taking this down and working my way back that way, because we have this air conditioner. If the air conditioner is not loud in person, but if it's loud on the camera, I apologize. But that air conditioner is actually doing a decent job of cooling the building, but the air is being trapped right in this area. So I think the more we get the walls torn down going that way, the better the air conditioner is going to cool this building. And plus we'll have access to go outside. So that is the plan for today, is to start taking this stuff down, going that way. The other tricky part will be like this, finding little decorations like this deer skull, fog machine. We have things like that we have to put up and not just leave them laying out. So we'll have to find some sort of tote, something to try to organize some of this stuff as we put it up, or we're just going to have a big mess when it's time to rebuild. There are spider webs everywhere. Not the kind that we put out either. So I'm really hoping this plan works. Normally I would go through, every year I've always gone through and taken down every last decoration first and stored them away neatly, which is the way I think, in my opinion, should be done. And then I'd go through with the process of demolition, of actually taking everything down. But again, my priority, because if we are in the middle of July, is to open up some walls here so that I can get some air flowing. I am very worried that doing it this way, especially when we have more people helping at different times, that things will actually get destroyed, broken, stepped on, that kind of thing, until we have room to actually kind of place things and sort it out. Because right now there's actually not a single extra room in the building, extra space for us to really stack things and sort things, organize things the proper way. Because if I could, to be honest, I would just take all this stuff off, put it in a open room somewhere, and then have some people that are not up to task, that don't want to do the construction demolition part of it, and actually ask them to just go through and sort props, decorations, things like that. Boy, now this one is being stubborn. That's not a good sign. Alright, it's got to be right there. There it is. Okay, got it. Normally, if I jump right on this as soon as the year is over, the season is over, I can remember exactly where we had what and how we had it on there. But it's now been 2 seasons or 2 years since we've put this together, and sadly I don't remember a thing hardly. And plus, I think for this particular, we did a modification on this room this way, and I had was a small part of that modification, but I didn't completely help do it. The whole freaking no idea what it goes to. All right. Doesn't look like much, but it's progress. So we have gone from having a solid wall here, a casket door frame, and a cardboard covered wall over there, plus not to mention the ceiling. And so we've taken that part down, and so the room known as the casket room is now just an opening. It still looks like the casket room. It still has all this casket junk in here, but anyway, so we made a lot of progress. Should be having some, hopefully have some other workers that will come this afternoon. I'm off during the day because I am a teacher, or that's what they call me anyway, and so I have the summer off, and even though I should have been up here 2 months ago, I'm a procrastinator, and so here I am. I'm trying to get what I can done. If nothing else, if we can't open the haunted house this year, Lord forbid, we will at least have torn this thing down and have it ready for next year, if there is a next year. But either way, this has to be torn down, so we're doing what we got to do.
In the unbelievable state of Florida, we hereby nominate every single one of them for
I think I mentioned earlier, but these things are, all of this has been screwed in to a point where it's stable as can be, and well, it means there's just a lot to undo, and searching for every screw. So that pallet alone had, I don't know, I think it was about 10 screws or so, it felt like anyway, with a big portion of those being at the bottom, because we had some, and so I still have one anchored into the concrete. But what we did is we anchored some short little 2x4 pieces into the concrete, and then tied the pallets that we put in. We actually tie those to those anchor points. So when we built this, it was meant to be that you could slam to any and every wall if needed, if by accident or on purpose, and nothing was going anywhere. So it was built well enough that even though it may not look like it, but if you hit one part, it was not going to do much damage to the other part. That's for sure. Well, I have been trying to save the boring details for you. some of this has taken much longer. Not some of it, all of it has taken much longer than I ever expected. This thing has a crazy amount of screws put in it, which I'm just as responsible for that. However, we did have some people that was working on it, and thank goodness they helped. But sometimes with people's enthusiasm, when they were screwing this together, they would bury the screws about a ½ inch into the wood, and making it, if not impossible, then taking a very long time. Taking a very long time to try to retrieve those screws. And I really don't feel like using a sawzall or reciprocating saw to retrieve or cut every single screw. And plus, we try to save money by reusing the screws that we have. So anyway, but we made some progress. I'll show you what we've got so far. The room that was here is no more, and all the caskets are now gone, where they're taken down, moved to the side. We're going to finish this up, and I may call it a day. We have got a long way to go. Matter of fact, let me show you just real quick how much further we actually have. All right, this is how far we've got to go. Let's see if I can get it even higher. So that is a very far corner of the building there, very corner of the building there, and then there's a corner there. So this building, the length of it runs this way, width is this way, and so you can see we have a lot to go. Well, that is going to wrap it up for me. I want to say thank you again for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so already, please do so. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I just take you out for my scatterbrain content because I don't have any real purpose in this channel besides to just share my daily life and activities with you. So just like, I don't know, 500,000 other YouTubers. But I want to thank you for coming along. Hope you have a better than a Ray day. And everyone have a good one.